Hey world, 9 minutes motivation at 9 a.m. is inspired by Happy World, inspired by me and sponsored by Happy World. Happy World keeps your world happy. The best gifts for your New Year and Diwali. I am Deepak here, and my life is beautiful and I stay on top of it because of work as worship. So there was this nice residential layout in the outskirts of the city, and everybody had their own small little gardens and farms. So there was this one house that was on sale, and it was supposed to be a very beautiful house which had an apple orchard in the back in the backyard. So one gentleman, rich man, bought that and started coming to stay there. The man exactly opposite to his house actually did not have an apple orchard, and he always wanted to have something like that, but he couldn't afford it, or he never had it. So, and he did not have a great backyard where there were apple orchards. So he's very jealous and that little less about his own complex. So he never allowed anybody to come and buy that house. Something he will do, and people will run away from there. And then this new gentleman came and bought that house and started living there. The first morning when this new gentleman opened the door of his house to come out, he saw there was a pile of garbage in front of his house, and he wondered from where it came. So he cleaned it. Every morning he will come out, he will see the pile of garbage. One day he found out that the man opposite, he came to know from the other people in the society that this man has this attitude of not allowing people to stay in his house because it's like that. No, if I don't have it, I will make sure you also don't have it. अगर तुम मेरी नहीं हुई तो किसी की भी नहीं होगी. It's like that philosophy that man had. If I lose, I also will make sure you also lose. So that is a very dirty attitude this man has. But nevertheless, this new gentleman, rich man, he said, "Okay, now I have anyway bought this house." So it kept happening, and this the old person there in the society was expecting that one day he will sell this house and go back again, and again that will be an empty house. With that whole thing, he was always waiting. So one of those days, he heard the knock on his door, and he was excited because he knew that that opposite guy had definitely come to fight with him and argue. And he was ready to fight, and he was somebody who was argumentative, who loves to get into fights and get into the small little brawls. So he was like waiting. So as he opened the door to almost ready to fight with his tone, he saw that new gentleman was holding a big um, carton of crate of apples, fresh apples, red color in a crate. For a moment, he was a little taken aback. He said, "What is this?" The rich man said, "After all these few months being here, finally the apples have come and they have arrived properly. So I thought, why not to give it to you?" And as he was giving, he said, "You can only give what you have. I have apples, so I only can give you apples. Thank you for being my good neighbor," he said and came back. It was such an hard hitting statement to that old man, the old person who was living earlier than him, when he said, "You can only give what you have. I only have apples to give, so I can give apples," which indirectly meant, "I have apples, so I can give you apples. You have garbage, so you can only give garbage." And that was enough for that old person in the society to get transformed. And from that moment onward, that day onwards, the rich man, the new gentleman, never saw any pile of garbage in front of his house. It's a simple understanding about life. You can only give what you have. Nothing to explain, nothing to justify, nothing to prove anybody anything. Just look into your life or look in the lives of other people. Few of them are always complaining, criticizing, putting people down, pulling them down, passing sarcastic comments, always trying to put them down and make themselves feel. It's like few people have this very dirty tendency. They know they're ugly. So how to look beautiful? Start showing everybody else uglier than them. So I look beautiful. That is the kind of thought process a lot of people have. I am not tall. So what to do? Cut everybody's feet. You cut everybody's leg, they come shorter by a couple of feet and you look taller. You cannot do that. But there is no point to complain. That is what they have. You can only give what they have, what you have. You throw stones at mango tree. What will mango give? Mango will still give you mangoes only. Mango tree will give you mangoes only. You have stones you throw at the mango tree. Because you have stones, you will only throw stones. And even if mango trees get hurt by the stones, in turn, it will only give mangoes. In life, you can only give what you have. I'm not able to forgive, people say. And I am not surprised and say, yeah, I know. Because there is no forgiveness in your heart. Because you only can give what you have. People also I have come and told me this. How much of people do something to me, I always end up forgiving them. And I tell them, it doesn't surprise me because you're filled with forgiveness. Yes, you should take care of your goodness, but you can only give what you have. Ask yourself, don't worry about what world gives you. The whole idea, understanding about 9 minutes motivation is not about the understanding the world, but understanding about ourselves. I am filled with inspiration. I'm filled with motivation. Everything inspires me. Everything motivates me. The good and the bad and the ugly and the most beautiful things about life. Everything, positives and negatives, everything inspires me. Everything motivates me. So I only can end up giving inspiration and motivation to me because that is what I have. Few people can only discourage people, only to the negative side of life. Don't be surprised. That doesn't mean that is the truth of life. It only means that is their way of life. That is how they always find wrong about something, bad about something, negative about something, and that's what they end up living that life because that is the way, then that is the destination. For me, this is the way, that will be my destination. Ask yourself, what is it you give to the world? Anger? Then you're filled with anger. Frustration? Then you're filled with frustration. You feel jealous? Then you're filled with jealousy. You give love? Then you must be filled with love. You make people laugh? Then you're filled with humor. You make people feel good? You must be filled with goodness. In life, you and me only can give what we have. What we do not have, how are we going to give it? First, even if you want to give something, first you check whether you have it. And if you don't have it and you feel you should want to give that, then first acquire it. Even if you're not given by him, you still can acquire a lot of things in life. Acquire what you want to give. So when you have it, you can give it. And it's a very fundamental law of life. The rich man was right. I have apples to give, so I only can give you apples. You have only garbage to give, so you can only give garbage. What are you filled with is up to you. How do you know that? Depends on what you give. With that belief, let's start this beautiful, beautiful rainy day. Here we go. So guys, go get set and grow.